over the course of my life, I feel that I found myself and the people around me stressing about some of the most inconsequential things you can imagine. And everyone stresses to some extent. And so everyone is inherently guilty of this. And what I'm talking about is just simple things like just interacting with new people, talking to new people, um, you know, also in striving for an achievement. Like people get extremely stressed about, taking tests, presenting projects, particularly for me, it's like public speaking as well. And it's weird because I think everyone in the back of their minds knows that, yeah, like this one sort of moment, this one sort of action that I take is ultimately there's no like not performing well at this one thing is not going to end my life, nor is it going to be the ending factor for really anything. I mean, certainly in some cases it could, but 99% of the time, if you present a project badly at school, if you even if you take it to an extreme and you do a terrible job on some sort of something at work and you get fired, you could still find a new job or you could still find something else to make ends meet. And that is inherently stressful, of course, like uncertainty and just randomness and that uncertainty of security, yeah, is stressful. But at the end of the day, 99% of the things we do, I feel as if we stress out about for essentially very little reason. And deep down, I think that everyone understands this. Like talking to every single one of my guy friends, especially when trying to talk to a new girl they think is attractive or trying to just meet a new person in general, you feel uneasy. Like it can be a bit stressful, but we know that if that girl literally just even like spits in our face, it's not the end of the world. Like we'll move on from that. And I guess it's that moment of embarrassment that just creates that inevitable feeling before that makes you anxious and makes you scared to go up to them. But what I try to tell myself before any sort of situation that I know I'm stressed in is that, like, honestly, like, why am I stressed out about this? If it's something that it's important, like, did I not prepare enough? Like, I've done all these things prior, leading up to this moment, that, like, I shouldn't be stressed about. And the same goes for even, like, approaching a girl. Like, yeah, I didn't do any, like, research or anything like the girl I'd be approaching or, like, the person I'd be introducing myself to, but I spent a lot of time, you know, working on myself, my body, the way I speak, the manner in which I approach. I've also, with just introducing myself to someone, I've had lots of interactions with other people prior. I've met lots of different people beforehand. And so you build up this experience of doing and of essentially just living, and that just inherently should make you less stressed. Like the more, of course, like inherently, the more you do something, the easier it is to continuously do. And the same goes for a project. Like, did you spend enough time making sure that you did you spend enough time in making sure that it's the best that it could be and that you're happy and satisfied with the work? And I think doing so and fully understanding that if you put in the required amount of time to make you feel good about it, then you shouldn't be stressed. What matters is the honest opinion you have about the things you do. Like truly, if you really tried on something and you did your best, that intention alone, rather than the results itself, is what's important, right? So taking this like deontological approach. Damn, so I recorded a lot more, but my phone ran out of storage prior to me finishing the video. But what I was essentially saying, but by taking an approach that your intention is inherently more important than the results, and that understanding your experience prior and your work prior to completing that task is going to make you feel better about just approaching the situation in general. And I think going with that mindset, you can ultimately perform better when you're just level-headed and you're less stressed and you're more cohesive in your thought. When I go into a presentation stressed out, for whatever reason, when I get stressed, I tend to laugh a lot, and that shows in a lot of the interactions I have, and it's quite embarrassing. And so trying to keep level-headed, trying to keep just trying to make sure I feel good and I feel comfortable with my task and confident in my ability to perform is required. And if you work on yourself consistently, and if you strive to be the best person you can be every day, all these situations are much more approachable. If you put in a lot of time in making sure that you're the best version of yourself that you want to put out, and you focus on the things that matter to you, whether that be you're into some sort of field of science a lot, and that requires a ton of reading or a ton of research, or if you want to get more physically fit and physically active, it's important to really actually engage in those activities and focus in what you're doing. And so with that being said, what I want you to go forward with after watching this video is to be less stressed. Allow yourself to understand the amount of time and work that you put into something. And if you didn't put in any time and work, of course, you're going to be stressed out about it. Like if you just half-ass something and then you're presenting it to a bunch of people, then yeah, you're not even confident with your own work. Of course, you're going to be somewhat stressed about it. So put in 100% into the things that you do. And then after that, understand that your intention, all right, and what you're going for. So if that's 100%, if you're genuine in what you're trying to do, you shouldn't be stressed about how other people perceive you or anything of the sort. So with that, I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope you found the video nice. Sorry about the cut in the middle, but thank you. I hope you take something away from what I'm saying, or you found it somewhat insightful at all. And let me know if there's anything that could have been better with the video. Thank you so much. Peace out.